Plus is saying so because he went for some monies from a certain businessman called Dr. Sledge. And that is why A Plus is saying so. Now, A Plus comes back, says that no, that is not what I'm referring to. I am referring to the 500,000 Ghana cedis. He's specific. He has mentioned the amount. I am referring to the 500,000 Ghana cedis you went for. And the reason for this money was to go and bribe the appointment committee of parliament, because you were appearing before the appointment committee. Now, the Attorney General attempted to respond. He says that A Plus should not go there, and if A Plus wants us to play in the mud, in the dirt, he is prepared. He can dirty himself. He can play in the mud, because where he comes from, they have been playing in the mud. So as for mud, he's not afraid of mud. Who says we want our Attorney General to be playing in the mud? Who says, and you see, that is why I brought this constitution. In fact, the only minister with an elaborate mandate captured in the constitution is the Attorney General. Article 88 is clear. And indulge me. There shall be an Attorney General of Ghana who shall be the Minister of State and the principal legal advisor to the government. Hence, he said that A Plus is saying so because he went for some monies from a certain businessman called Dr. Sledge. And that is why A Plus is saying so. Now, A Plus comes back, says that no, that is not what I'm referring to. I am referring to the 500,000 Ghana cedis. He's specific. He has mentioned the amount. I am referring to the 500,000 Ghana cedis you went for. And the reason for this money was to go and bribe the appointment committee of parliament, because you were appearing before the appointment committee. Now, he goes on to say that he is a stupid fool and he will reset his mind. Again, when the Attorney General attempted to respond, he says that A Plus should not go there, and if A Plus wants us to play in the mud, in the dirt, he is prepared. He can dirty himself. He can play in the mud, because where he comes from, they have been playing in the mud. So as for mud, he's not afraid of mud. Who says we want our Attorney General to be playing in the mud? Who says, and you see, that is why I brought this constitution. In fact, the only minister with an elaborate mandate captured in the constitution is the Attorney General. Article 88 is clear. And indulge me. There shall be an Attorney General of Ghana who shall be the Minister of State and the principal legal advisor to the government. The Attorney General shall discharge such other duties of legal nature as may be referred to or assigned to him by the President, or imposed on him by this Constitution or any other law. 3. The Attorney General shall be responsible for all the initiation and conduct, of all prosecutions of criminal offenses. All offenses prosecuted in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall be at the suit of the Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with any law. 5. The Attorney General shall be responsible for institution and conduct of all civil cases on behalf of the state, and all civil proceedings against the state shall be instituted against the Attorney General as a defendant. 6. And final. The Attorney General shall have audience in all courts in Ghana. So if you have your Attorney General who is unable to respond to such serious allegations, he is unable to respond to these allegations well, but then he says that, first of all, he's been advised to proceed to court But then he will not do so because he's been given a mandate by the president. He wants to concentrate. I found that weird. Look, in your daily practice, you always go to court. If somebody says you are a thief, you are corrupt, you have gone for 500,000 Ghana cedis to bribe appointment committee so that you can sail through vetting. And the person says that you are a stupid fool and is going to reset your mind. And you are telling Ghanaians that you are not going to go to court. You will not proceed to court. Why? Because you are focusing on your work. Meanwhile, court is where you live, is where you sleep, is your home. So, is it not scary? Is it not scandalous that Attorney General says that a member of his own majority caucus, an MP, not just anybody like me and you, an MP says that you are a thief, you are corrupt, you have gone for 500,000 Ghana cedis, and all you can say is that you can play in the mud. As for you, you can swim in the mud. So A+ should bring it on. And then you are rather inviting us to ask A+ what he knows about the NSS scandal. What is our business? Is that supposed to be our business? You have the prosecutorial powers. You are the man in charge. And you are telling us to go and ask A+ what he knows about the NSS scandal. Look, this is below the belt. And as I've just read to you, for an Attorney General to be saying that I can play in the mud, and we are being told that A+ just apologized. So what now? It is going to be an apology spree. People commit offense and they are told to apologize, and that be it. So now we are going to live in a nation of apology. Everything is apology. So A+ apologizes, and then Sami also apologizes, and then we leave it there. No. It's important for us to hold these appointees to account for their actions. Attorney General, you cannot say that you want to play in the mud. We do not want an Attorney General to get it himself. No, that is not what we want. And again, we expect His Excellency the President not to sweep this under the carpet. These are serious allegations. And all we see is that A+ goes back to pull down the post and he's made to apologize, and that is it. Mr. President is being put to the test on his commitment to the very values he sought to espouse exactly a week ago when he outlawed the code of conduct. The entire world is waiting with bated breath on further actions by President Mahama, considering the actions of Mr. Sami James and the Attorney General, who said that I want to play in the mud, I want to dirty myself. We want to see some action from President Mahama. We call on the President to show leadership, to act swiftly, decisively, and not to give Mr. Jemfi and the Attorney General a pat on their backs for this reckless conduct. It is crucial to underscore of adherence to governance practice in line with constitutional and legal provisions. And this is an issue I really want to raise with you, and follow me on this. That guide the conduct of public officers in Ghana. You recall that in 2017, former President Akufo-Addo, through the National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party, issued a directive mandating that all party officials who had been appointed to governmental positions by President Akufo-Addo must resign from their political party roles in adherence to best practices in governance and accountability. So if you recall, even our current General Secretary, he was the then Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer. When he was appointed CEO, he resigned. A whole lot of ministers, Otipo Afisa Jaba was a National Women Organizer. She also resigned. Mr. Mewu from Volta region resigned. Of blessed memory, Honorable Ashiti, Greater Accra Minister, also resigned. Honorable Agyapong as Mayor also resigned. The names, a lot, they resigned. Today, what do we see? It is important to note that a similar practice does not appear to have followed under the current National Democratic Congress. Several individuals who are holding influential governmental positions continue to hold dual roles that may pose concern in terms of governance practice, legal stipulations, and ethical standards. Specifically, the following individuals remain in both political and public office, raising critical issues about potential conflict of interest and the need for compliance with relevant legal norms. The National Youth Organizer of the NDC, George Okare Ado, is a minister now. He's still the National Youth Organizer. Mr. Sami Jemfi is the National Communications Officer. He has not resigned, and he's still their communications officer. Basitali is still Deputy Communications, and Abisu, who is with the Minerals Investment Fund, is also still there. Osman Ayarega is also at the post. Meanwhile, he's an NCA who set up, is with the NSS. He's still holding on to his post. Mustafa Bande is at the Office of the Presidency. He's still holding on to his post. Alec Mkotoko is now the Deputy CEO for Forestry Commission. Mr. Dr. Omane Buama, he's the Defense Minister. He was in charge of the elections. He's not resigned. I recall that even when I was elected as National Youth Organizer, I resigned from Deputy Executive Director of NSS. Also, all regional and constituency executives who have been appointed into key government positions are still at post. You go to Ashanti region, their regional secretary is the regional minister, he's still at post. You go to Eastern region, I think the women organizer also was their women organizer, and today he's still at post. The retention of these dual roles by political appointees under the NDC administration raises significant legal concerns regarding the Constitution of Ghana, particularly Article 94, which disqualifies a person from being appointed a member of parliament or a public officer if they hold dual offices that are inconsistent with the principles of public service. Furthermore, Section 2, this is more important, Section 2 of the Public Services Act prohibits public officers from engaging in business or holding any other positions that might undermine their impartiality and efficiency in their official capacities. The continued holding of political appointments alongside public office positions undermines the principle of neutrality in public service, and these individuals remain bound by their party loyalties, which would affect their objectivity and ability to serve the state effectively. In the light of all these considerations, it is imperative for the government to reassess the position of individuals holding dual appointments and ensure that the requisite legal framework are strictly adhered to. The principle of separation of powers between political and public rules is not just a matter of legal compliance, but is central to maintaining public trust, ensuring the integrity of state institutions, and upholding the principles of good governance. We urge His Excellency the President to take immediate steps to rectify this situation by ensuring that all political party holders who have been appointed to public office, especially those holding political positions, comply with the relevant provisions, and also, as we said, because of good governance principles, they must resign. The clear delineation of political roles and governmental functions will reinforce the credibility of the administration and strengthen public confidence in the democratic process. We thank you very much for coming, and we hope that we'll be engaging you we are waiting for the outcome of His Excellency the President. Now, Mwame, I want to talk about Abuja for better mas. And I say a friend by any now, no, A+ na Attorney General. Attorney General, I have Baba Bekatre say, on the A+ ya only be a few more bro. Now, I tell one bro, any team. Tono de obetimi atete de aye no. Na why na see Attorney General ye so atete de aye no. Enya fo am ni ni some be pese ya Attorney General no onyare wa atechem, onyare ofin mu, otiti fin ye no ho. Wo hwe constitution medical kan. Se wo hwe ni dwumadi ne kase pa. Ono na ye lawyer ni pani ejina ho ma Ghana ban. Ono ne lawyer ni pani kase pa ejina ho ma Ghana. Na se lawyer ni pani kase ya ka tro se wo kwa police ka 500,000 ademudie and the baba be ma appointment committee parliament send the bear we go to parliament. And you see kwena ko say uti fa court house dey court ya dey obeko atinte Ruben the tua otunti a wuntimi rate treasure usuro so obeko dey ntina wuntimi ko because dey all the A+ ko aba so obeka na se enti wo say dey onko na so no wodi ko fo bi court sa ade akwa a ri bowi se wo ye konfo wo no keta se hye ne prayer dware wo kwa ko disika dia brem na hye be defo no wo so no wodi konfo bi person mo ne court a wo so na wo se wo charge omo for corruption. But one soon yet you see at also. Afenyo-Markin said, 1 million years and if you see Attorney General and Amwa, will be arguing to say, Attorney General, will carry at it, Attorney General, by a call for Attorney General, the Attorney General, and the Econo, the Agyapong City, I Econo, no, some say, Adria, you do who, and you will see a team sign it. I will see a team sign it. Me who be that, Saturday, now, Kaya. You're a go for them all. And now, NBC for tape be on more catecat no this city. And almost a year ago for dummy, and Japan didn't come and no come friend criminal. And I'm saying, and someone can maybe your own. One your phone, sir, more show son of phone was the same nipa, or nipa say. It will your phone, son, more show son. Because I'm someone now no can ya must go for damn editing at time some must only obia kokasa. And they are Attorney General there, only yes or your comfort. Yes or ye yes or kwa koja dem dey 500,000 Ghana cedis and the bread appointment committee in parliament. Muti yo on funny pan court no to sign it o say dey court dey have your call. No on call say na that yo. Me want to court now here. I want now didie. I want now that. Aho they say about your office too na no do high court. Also want to be funny pan court. Na o concentrate on you wa nipa na gumu fi. Waka asebetia. The car sem so say A+ ni be kire yen ade a oni fa NSS. Omo na emba be kire yen. Attorney General wona tumi na ekura. Ghana nza no tumi kura so na wo de obedi en so ma ye obe. Yen na yen konko busa A+. Now where from this pension for a lady as a media trial na ya the media for ba na kan sem a eni Attorney General no kwasem ni wogunu mfi Attorney General en kasasa wonni mo dwuma die wo konjujuma ye nya de sa asem so a ye dia to ni triso on hwe no sanity ye wura Mahama asubie kese ni elu da osubie wa code of conduct a wo de ba he eni ehun sem ni e pebe ni ebi ma de ba kwa ya se ehun se enei NDC e ba he o ma ya appointment bebre a wo bu o man na You were almost NDC national officers, be regional officers, in political constituency officers. And then you come our baby. Nana Danko Kufado, a car 72. Mobile 2017. Nana Danko Kufado in consultation with the National Executive Committee of the party. At the end, she by say, Obibia, ya forward a dumum, our baby. Now say Kura party the Breno, Jaito. Obibia, Jaito. And no idea one said, and Manipalunya, Agyapong. Emma, ordinary is a duma or Yenusuma in here. A woman, a memopa, a dead. And to Waga, and they, Miami boss or a current general secretary, no, I sent you to organize. Obey why see you, no resign here. And the deputy Bashir, no resign here. Regional ministers are who do be pre-young by honorable Architect of Blessed Memory, or resigning from Greater Accra, region chairman. I'm a who. Resigning here, honorable Asumachene, resigning here, all over. We are resigning. Me, Ebra, you elected me as national youth organizer, and I'm a deputy executive director of NSS. I want to resign here. And then you come here, and he said, "You're the NDC headquarters, and I want to come. You're pension, you're the Jubilee House, and it is dangerous. For good governance, it's over national youth organizer or no minister. Managing anyone, all resigning. The deputies in our Baku NYA, Osman Ayadega, Ruth, NSS, Omudaso, Basintali, or Daso YA. You are occupy position in the pen. Or you are resigning as a regional youth organizer of Ashanti region. I don't know that's what pushed. You are Mane Mama. Or that's the director of elections. Me was minister of defense. Over regions, no man. In fact, regional secretary, I know one northern region, on the war, Alaji Lotu, on the war, all over, Elikem Kotoko, Yaira Kuku, no your IT director, and then they will call NIA. Positions. What we are calling on the president to do is that, and they would the code of conduct for appointees about say ammonia impartial, and it's a conflict of interest. It's our power woman a year up our man. Shall resign sending another Danko Kufado year 2017. Emma or more our point to me now and resigning, you know. More also resigning, no more focusing on governance. If you ever say Mahama, we no boy, Emma Ghana no, you call it. If you never see a friend by, ne attitude to your friend by. Yamin Sham, Obesati, come here.